Free socks.
Put the needle on the record.
Indiana down a point at Madison Square Garden, and Turner will be called for an offensive foul on the screen.
That is shocking. You never see that call at this point in the game. Wow.
Oh, you never see this call. That was Stan Van Gundy. You never see this call at this point in the game. This is Tim. This is 3&D, the New York Knicks playoff edition. Oh, we were exercising the ghost of Reggie Miller past. You always worry when you play Indiana because I was at that Reggie Miller game, and I still want to vomit. But you know what? People are saying that was probably some of the best acting they've ever seen on DiVincenzo. I say, put him on Broadway. Oh, my God. And I also say that was clearly a foul. And I'm using that from all my unbiasedness for the New York Knicks. That was clearly a foul. Actually, I thought they should have gave him 2 shots because of the violentness. And I'm thinking at certain point, I also think that foul was intentional. I think it was an intentional foul. I think he was trying to hurt DiVincenzo. It was a foul. Just let's say it like it is. Let's not cry about it because you want to know why? The Knicks took this one. They took game 1. We kind of thought it was going to go, we kind of thought it was going to go a different way, us Knicks fans, but we really didn't think it was going to go like this. And again, it was another heart-stopping 60 seconds to this game. At one point in time, the Knicks trailed by 5 heading into the fourth, and they trailed as many as 9 points in that fourth quarter, but they fought their way back. It was the Nova boys. It was Brunson. It was DiVincenzo. It was Hart. It was all Hart as well. Not all Hart, but it was all Hart. Now, the Knicks clawed their way back into that fourth quarter, and this is where the craziness begun. It was 1:15 all, 52 seconds remain on the clock. Brunson, bad pass. But of course, what was it? Aaron Naismith, I think it was called for the kickball violation. It's a kick to ball violation. Now, immediately, Indiana wanted to challenge the play. And I did not know this, but a kicked ball violation is not a challengeable offense. NBA rules state the limit of reviews to fouls, goaltends, and out of bounds calls. So a kick to ball violation, of course, again, exercising the ghosts of Reggie Miller's past, is not a challengeable play. Now, this is going to be important. Now, and I want everyone to keep this in mind because the Knicks keep the ball, and then off the ensuing inbound pass, Brunson grabs it, dishes it back to DiVincenzo, who hits the game-breaking 3-pointer to put the Knicks up by 3. And I look at it, I'm like, all right, okay, we're good now. We are exercising the ghost of New York Knicks playoff past, and we're moving, we're grooving. Then, of course, the Pacers come right back down and drain a shot to pull them within 1. And then more craziness ensues. Brunson was initially called for turning the ball over, but the Knicks challenged. They challenged. And they won as it was determined it went off the foot of one of the Pacers. So Knicks grabbed the ball back. But then I love it. Then Brunson did turn the ball over on the offensive side. He attempted to throw the ball off what looked like off an Indiana Pacers and to get it to go out of bounds. However, on the play, the ball knocked off Brunson, who was standing out of bounds himself. But the Pacers never got a chance to go up. They didn't even get a shot off. Want to know why? Because Miles Turner was called for that brutal, unequivocally intentional, violent offensive call on DiVincenzo. It was in my mind. It was just pure chaos. Of course, the Knicks take the game 121-117. We had Brunson sinking the big free throws to get to have the Knicks go up by 4. It was one I really thoroughly enjoyed the game. I'm really enjoying the Knicks season, or the Knicks second season, I should say, because you know what? As a long-suffering Knicks fan, it's just one of those things. It's great to see your team rally. It's great to see your team come back. We don't want to talk about the fact that Brunson put up another 43. So was that 5 games in a row? Listen, I've lived through the Bernard King era. I watched the 50-pointers in the Bernard King era. Brunson to me is more than reaching that level. He also had a nice game, like I said, for Josh Hart. People are all looking at Josh Hart, 24 points, 9 for 13, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. OG Anunoby, again, a quiet 13 points, but he only turned over the ball twice. He had 9 rebounds, all defensive rebounds, and 4 assists and 2 steals. So he's playing his lights out defense as much as humanly possible. Oh, and like I said, DiVincenzo with his 25. It was the Nova boys again. The Knicks riding 8 guys on this night. I would like to see us get off the bench get into the bench a little deeper, but I know you're in crunch time, so you're gonna basically play you're gonna ride the horses that got you there. We have the venerable Obi Toppin, everyone loves to talk about. He did have 12 points, but who cares? Because Obi can't play defense. Obi Toppin's defense is so bad. Jameel Okafor, when he got drafted by the Sixers, and I think it was his rookie season, I always said he could not play. He could not play defense. He could not play defense to save his life. And I think it was the Atlanta Hawks game I was at, and I was sitting underneath the basket. And Okafor went down, scored, and was running back, jogging back to get on the defensive end. He high-fiving people and everything else. And what's his name? Dennis Schroeder runs right past him while his back is turned and scores a layup. I refer to that now as the Obi Toppin defense. You had Miles Turner with 23. You had Halliburton. He had a quiet 6. You're not going to expect him to only have 6 points. He did have 3 turnovers, 8 assists, 4 steals, but you're going to expect a little bit more from him in game 2, which was going to be on Wednesday. This series is still, it's still anyone's series. You need to take, if you are a basketball purist, you understand the fact that you have home court advantage this series. You need to take game 1. I don't think game 1 is ever do or die, because if you lose game 1, you still have second game home, and then you basically have tied it up again. You're basically, in my mind, you're back at 0-0. But as a basketball purist, to go and step on the throat of your opponent, you need, kind of like Miles Turner did, when he viciously attacked DiVincenzo. He viciously attacked DiVincenzo. It was vicious. He should be suspended for 3 games. But you need to take game 1. You need to set the tone for the series. You don't want to put yourself in that hole. And the Knicks did that in true Knick fashion. They did this. And it's just, you know what, guys, just enjoy the moment. Enjoy what the Knicks are doing. Enjoy what the Mets are doing. Because I'm a Met fan and a Giant fan. Yeah, I know. I need to learn to pick better teams, but that's because I'm New York passionate. But let's hoist a glass to the New York Knicks. The Oscar goes to Mr. DiVincenzo. And you know what, guys? Game 2. Let's take game 2. Let's go to Indiana up 2-0, kind of like we did in Philadelphia, and crush this series. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Knicks in 6. This is Tim. This is New York Knicks 3-D playoff edition, and I'm out of here.